Buenos dias, bienvenue. Good morning and welcome to Smart City Expo World Congress 2019. I am your host in this main auditorium for the next 3 days. I would love you to be able to communicate beautifully and easily with each other. The best way to do that is to say good morning to the person that's closest to you. Tell them who you are and why you're here. Go ahead. Excellent communication. These next few days are going to go very, very well. I have a feeling. All right. You can continue to greet your neighbor in the breaks and the networking breaks that we have over the next couple of days. Cities made of dreams is the theme for the entire Smart City Expo. Why did we pick that topic? Well, because this is the 9th edition, and many years ago, back in 2011, we were talking about solutions to challenges that seemed almost impossible to actually achieve. And now, 9 years later, so many of them have been achieved that we're now looking for new areas of challenges and new solutions. Some business before I get our VIPs to come on stage to give you an official welcome. If you have a phone, obviously you have one because you're at the Smart City Expo, just check it and put it on vibrate or silent. Oh, you're very confident. Nobody's checking their phone right now. If I hear your phone ring, you will be part of this event. All right. In your visitor's guide, which is this one here, you will find some very useful information. You will find the Wi-Fi. You will find the hashtag to use on Instagram or on Twitter. I will be checking that, adding some of your comments to the events and to the main auditorium. You'll also find the QR scan so that you can use the app for the Smart City Expo just by putting your phone and your camera on the QR scan, and then you'll be ready to use the app. There will be translation at times in the main auditorium. This language that I'm speaking right now is South London. Good luck for that. There is no translation for that. But for the rest, I will let you know, and the various chairs will let you know when the translation will happen. If you're looking for a restroom, it is just outside. If you're facing outside, you make a right, you make a left, and you will probably find that yourself in the next couple of hours. So now it is time to officially welcome our VIP speakers to officially open the Smart City Expo World Congress 2019.
Jordi Puigneró, conseller de Polítiques Digitals i Administració Pública de la Generalitat de Catalunya. Jaume Collboni, primer tinent d'alcalde de l'Ajuntament de Barcelona. Vivian Balakrishnan, Minister for Foreign Affairs, Minister in charge of the Smart Nation Initiative of the Republic of Singapore. Francisco Polo, Secretario de Estado para el Avance Digital del Gobierno de España.
Gentlemen, you are so very welcome. Jordi Puigneró, I asked him, if you had any amount of money, you could do whatever you wanted to do to the city that you loved to make it smart, what would you do? And he said, education, tech, and skills. If I had no amount of money that I couldn't spend, that's what I would do. His vision for the future for smart cities, he's about to share with you right now. Please take the microphone.
Good morning to everyone. First of all, on behalf of the government of Catalonia, I would like to welcome you to the 9th edition of the Smart City Expo World Congress. A congress that is growing year after year in number of cities and exhibitors. This growth is an unmistakable sign that today Catalonia, the land of Barcelona, is becoming not only the great world capital of smart cities, but one of the world capitals of digital technologies. Becoming a smart city is not just a matter of introducing technology in cities. It also means making them better managed, more sustainable, with economic opportunities, and more democratic. And all that thanks to technology. When we talk about more democratic cities, we are talking about ensuring citizen digital rights and responsibilities. These are the emergent rights of the 21st century. Catalonia is currently drawing up the Catalan Charter for Digital Rights and Responsibilities as the framework for ensuring that citizens are able to live and move around with full guarantee in a world governed by artificial intelligence, algorithms, big data, and Internet of Things. Internet has given us the opportunity to connect everything, but now we must manage it. With the usage of emerging technologies such as 5G, blockchain, we will be able to govern cities, regions, and countries in a better way. But you may ask you, how? We must step towards a new way of governing. From governing for the people to governed with the people. And digital technologies will be our best ally for achieving that goal. The future of democracy, the future of cities, need digital empowered citizens. And last but not least, technology will offer us more opportunities as society in terms of economics and progress. Technologies like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, automation, and especially 5G will definitely open the door to the Industry 4.0. New business models will appear in the near future. The way we produce, the way we transport goods, and the way we work, everything will be changed. The challenges are global. In the latest report published by the World Economic Forum, it warned that humanity is facing 3 big challenges in the next 20 years. The migration crisis, the climate change, and the digital revolution. And because in just over 30 years' time, 70% of global population will be living in cities, these will be important issues to have in every mayor's agenda, in every mayor's political agenda. The government of Catalonia is using the Smart Catalonia strategy as its roadmap to convert Catalonia into a smart nation built by smart cities. In that sense, I would like you to invite to our stand the City of the Future, an innovative and multi-sensorial proposal that will enable visitors to discover for themselves what Catalan cities will be like. You will live a first-hand experience of what will be the city of 2030. Come in and join our journey to the future of Catalonia. Thank you very much.
One more time. Gracias. Thank you very, very, very much. Jaume Collboni. Gracias.
Bon dia, buenos días. Welcome to everyone. On behalf of the City Council of Barcelona, welcome back again for more of you. Mr. Balakrishnan, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Government of Singapore, señor Polo, Secretario de Estado para la Sociedad de la Información, y conseller Puigneró, conseller de Polítiques Digitals i Administració Pública. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's our great pleasure to be hosting once again the Smart City Expo World Congress, and I am glad to welcome you all of the city of Barcelona. This Congress is an international recognized event on innovative smart city solutions that are the key in shaping the future of our industries and our society. In this context, I'd like to highlight that this Congress is a truly global meeting, and I am very pleased we have a record international participation with visitors from over more than 120 different countries. The digital transformation that our cities are undergoing, together with artificial intelligence, 5G, blockchain technology, IoT, and industrial automation, to name just a few, are going to impact every aspect of our daily lives and will transform the way we understand the world. A major change that will generate a huge number of opportunities, but that will also provide challenges. And the key question is, how can we place technology at the service of our citizens? We strongly believe that the fourth industrial revolution needs to be more citizen-centered. We can't afford to leave anyone behind. In this context, I'd like to highlight Barcelona's commitment to addressing the challenges of a digital future, promoting an inclusive and sustainable technology development for the benefits of all its citizens. Through smart cities, and particularly with the help of technology innovations, a data-driven society will bring a new reality for urbanity, making our cities much more livable for all types of citizens. We can see all these changes crystallize in Barcelona, where we are an open city that promotes and celebrates diversity, innovation, and creativity. In addition, Barcelona is the Mobile World Congress capital, as you probably know, and is currently shaping up as a European hub for 5G technology, leading its deployment in order to allow the uptake of the Internet of Things revolution, all of them contributing to making Barcelona a leading world smart city. Barcelona is a city connected to the world, open to visitors, creators, and entrepreneurs. Barcelona is a welcoming city that brings people together, a place where both public and private sectors, the public administration and the entrepreneurial ecosystem, come together. Historically, Barcelona has always played a leading role in promoting new ideas and technologies. And we won't take place a step back. We want to play a leading role in the fourth industrial revolution, always at the service of our citizens. But we are also a city committed to solidarity and social responsibility. We are in a city committed to social justice, a city that condemns discrimination, and a city that promotes opportunities for all. And it also highlights our vision that the future belongs to cities that live open to the world and with people from all over the world. I encourage you to take the opportunity to discover Barcelona a bit more throughout this week. Harriet Tubman, who was an Afro-American activist, said that every great dream begins with a dreamer. So I call upon you, my dear dreamers, to come together to build a brighter future for all types of citizens. Thank you very much again. Benvinguts a Barcelona, bienvenidos a Barcelona, welcome to Barcelona.
So last year, Singapore won the Smart City Expo World Congress Smart City Award. And this is probably why Vivian Balakrishnan is still smiling and still glowing. He has the winner's glow about him. And a very confident winning walk to the podium as well. Thank you so much, Minister. May I just say, as he gets to the podium, that I asked him if you had any amount of money, you could do anything you wanted to the city that you loved the most, what would you do? He said he would build a dome over Singapore to control the humidity, and it would have all sort of tricks on it, like solar energy, etc. I look forward to that when you have any amount of money, Mr. Minister. But for now, your vision for the future for cities. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. Bon dias. I come from Singapore, a tiny island city-state. I'm very glad to be back here in Barcelona. I want to congratulate Barcelona for the 9th edition of the Smart City Expo Congress. Singapore has participated actively. We've taken ideas from here. We've implemented it back home. It has made a profound difference. Today, I wanted to share with you our approach to artificial intelligence, and in particular, the strategy for a small city-state. We believe that artificial intelligence is a transformative technology. The fact that computers and systems can now see, hear, understand, and speak is transformational. It will transform our economy, disrupt our politics, transform societies. It will alter the nature of jobs and the skills that our people will need. Consequently, we have decided that artificial intelligence will define the next phase of our Smart Nation journey. Now, having said that, I have to acknowledge first and remind everyone of how small Singapore is. 700 square kilometers, 5.5 million people, from east to west, 30 kilometers. What this means is that we will never have the oceans of data that a country like China will have, nor, quite frankly, will we ever have that unique ecosystem of Silicon Valley, with that unique combination of academia, venture capital, and industry. So then the question is there a role? Is there an opportunity for small city-states in this transformation? We believe there is. And we believe it means we need to focus, we need to play to our strengths. And therefore, the first question that arises is, what is the strength of Singapore in a digital world, and in particular in a world which is being transformed by artificial intelligence? Singapore is both a city and a country. That means we have a single layer of government, and we are led by a prime minister who's a mathematician and coder. Almost half the cabinet consists of engineers. I'm the foreign minister, and my defense minister is a surgeon. What that means is we understand science, technology, engineering. We get it, and we're able to make decisions quickly, pivot instantly, and seek opportunities, the opportunities that new technologies will provide. We also have very strong digital foundations. Most Singaporeans are digitally literate. If you come to Singapore, you'll find even toddlers operating tablets. We have fiber, in fact, 2 fibers in every single home and office. Our mobile penetration rate is 150%, and smartphones are held probably by 80 to 90% of people. So we have a strong digital foundation. We have excellent first world digital infrastructure. These factors put us in an excellent position to be a living laboratory for digital technologies and artificial intelligence of the future. So we have decided, therefore, to focus our AI development on deployment of artificial intelligence, and in particular, to focus on sectors where Singapore already has a historical competitive advantage, because in a sense, deploying AI in these sectors is what we call a no regrets move, meaning it will enhance our competitiveness, it will generate economic return, it will generate new jobs, and it will give us an opportunity to upgrade the skills and capabilities of our people. What are these sectors? The 5 sectors which we have identified are: first, intelligent transport and logistics; second, smart cities and municipal services; third, preventive and customized healthcare; fourth, optimized education to deal with a wide variety of skills and interests of our people; and fifth, enhanced border security. In case you're wondering why border security, Singapore has the world's busiest land crossing. Every day, more than 300,000 people cross our land border. Now, having identified these 5 areas that we're going to focus AI development on, I also want to emphasize 5 attributes of AI governance. First, we will insist that all AI deployments in Singapore conform to the highest ethical standards. Earlier this year, Singapore published a model AI governance framework. I believe this is, in fact, the first such framework in Asia. Second, focus on safety and security. Without assurances of data security, no one will trust the accumulation of data on a massive scale and the ability to integrate and use that data. Similarly, the third attribute has to be respect for privacy. Again, if you think about it, if you are going to entrust data, personal data, you need to be assured that privacy will be respected, because otherwise there will not be sufficient confidence to share. And yet, in artificial intelligence, it is the ability to share and mash data, which is what gives you unique and actionable insights. The fourth point is a technical point, which is this. Many people think of artificial intelligence as a black box. Throw in lots of data, ask a question, you get an answer. But I believe that we cannot approach AI as a black box. In fact, the solutions, the answers proposed, have to be comprehensible, have to be explainable in human terms. Because without that ability to explain how you arrived at a solution, in terms which human beings can understand and accept, you will get a pushback. Fifth, and this is worth emphasizing repeatedly, the outcomes of AI deployment have to be socially and politically acceptable. This is not a mathematical exercise. In the end, solutions proposed have to be acceptable to people, and you must realize that human beings have a very strong innate sense of fairness, what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. And we believe it is important to have this governance framework in place. In a sense, having strong governance and insisting on these attributes is not a roadblock to the development of artificial intelligence. If you think about a car, if you didn't have brakes, you can't drive a very fast car. In the same way, we believe that having an AI governance structure that emphasizes the ethical use of data, respect for privacy, data security, human explainable outcomes, and ensuring that the outcomes are centered on human welfare. In fact, we believe this will be a competitive advantage for the future. The third point I want to make is that small city-states cannot do this alone. And this is why this conference is also so useful, because it allows us to network, it allows us to exchange ideas, just as important, allows us to exchange our mistakes and failures so that we don't repeat it elsewhere. Creating a platform in which we can all learn from one another, creating platforms in which governments, private sector, and academia can come together to create, in a sense, a triple helix partnership is the way for the future. But there is still a lot more that we can and must do. The good thing is that we have an open economy, a dense network of advanced research institutions and multinational corporations, and we have a confident people. So in closing, I hope I've given you some idea of how we are approaching this transformative technology, that it will change the world, and cities that master AI will get ahead. If we don't, you are at risk of being left behind. But you need to understand that because we are small, we have to focus on relevant areas where we already have a competitive advantage, and then approach it with good governance so that people will have confidence in the system and confidence in the outcomes. Thank you all very much for your attention. I wish you all the very best in your own respective journeys. Thank you.
And finally, Francisco Polo, who did not even hesitate when I asked him, you have any amount of money, you can do whatever you want to the city that you love. And he just said, end poverty. That is some vision. Let's see what he has to do and to say for the future when you've got a more limited budget. Francisco Polo, please take the mic. Thank you so much.
Autoritats, amics, amigues, bon dia. On behalf of the Spanish government, I would like to start with thanking Fira of Barcelona for organizing this new edition of the Smart City Expo World Congress. This is a global event with participation from representatives and experts from all over the world. And we are very lucky to host it, precisely in a global smart city such as Barcelona. Barcelona, my hometown, the city where I grew up. It is truly an honor to be back at this stage. Be very welcome to Barcelona, and of course, be very welcome to Spain. Spain, a country that is encouraged to become the next startup nation. A country of innovators, a country that is already taking the lead towards an ambitious and social responsible digital governance. Today, we are here to talk about smart cities. I will focus on two main topics. First, I would like to share some insights about Spain's strengths in this area. And second, a broader consideration on how we should face the big changes and challenges ahead in our cities. Spain is a modern country. We are global leaders in connectivity, pioneers in many technological verticals, and we have a startup ecosystem that grows and matures rapidly. Our cities are a reflection of that modernity. This is why 6 Spanish cities, Barcelona, as I said, but also Madrid, Málaga, Bilbao, Valencia, and Sevilla are part of the top 100 best smart cities in the world, according to the Cities in Motion Index. Other lists, such as the IMD Smart City Index, stands out Bilbao in the top 10, and Madrid, Zaragoza, and Barcelona in the top 50. Smart city is a broad concept. We understand that a smart city is not just a connected territory. It's a city that takes advantage of technology. Technology to address the citizens' problems. to promote public participation, or to improve the management of local resources. At this time, in Spain, we are entering a consolidation period which there is a significant number of smart cities projects underway. Some of them are considered international reference in the incorporation of technology to cities and territories. Some of those projects as well have benefited from public financing. That's what the government of Spain does through the public company Red.es and relying on the federal community funds. We finance the development of technological applications for tourism or smart buildings. The goals of Red.es, including smart cities, smart islands, smart destinations, and smart buildings, are worth a total of over 200 million euros. Goals that have benefited around 60 projects so far, all over Spain. Our goal in this is not only to have a real impact on people's lives, but also to consolidate a national industry based on smart cities. This will let us internationalize the products and services we generate and contribute to improve our economy. Spain is a leading country in the field of smart cities, also from a purely technological level. Some of you may know that the International Recommendation for Intercommunication Platforms, recognized by the ITU, the International Telecommunications Union, was created here in Spain just 3 years ago. Today, cities all around the world adopt the Smart Infrastructure Scheme conceived by a group of Spanish engineers. This international recommendation was a very important milestone because it provides countries and companies in the sector with guidance on their next investments. It also favors that technologies developed on these platforms are accessible and scalable. Having this standard will help accelerate the constructions of cities of the future. As I mentioned at the beginning of my speech, smart cities deserve broader considerations. In an hyper-connected world full of changes and unforeseen events, governments have a responsibility to build cities for the people. This means inclusive, open, and supportive cities, environment-friendly cities, cities that are also efficient and attractive for investment. Cities where the entrepreneurship, employment, and opportunities for all. Cities, in short, where you would like to live. As the name of this session perfectly reflects, cities made of dreams. This is why we must be more ambitious. Of course, we have to pursue efficiency in energy consumption and in the use of public resources. But the biggest challenge remains in analyzing and understanding people's needs and demands, and being able to respond to those needs and demands. The incorporation of emerging technologies such as the Internet of Things, 5G, blockchain will help us, of course, achieve this goal. But as I was saying, welfare is at stake. What kind of cities would we want to live in? What sort of societies can we help build through digitalization? What kind of digital governance is needed to shape the world of tomorrow? These are the questions that we must ask ourselves. Here in Fira de Barcelona, starting in about 1 hour, we will celebrate a new Digital Future Society Summit. This is a public-private initiative created precisely to discuss the social impact of digitalization. It is, without a doubt, a perfect complement to this Smart City Expo World Congress. We must continue to apply efforts and resources to spread recognition, knowledge, and to embrace the opportunities offered by smart cities. Smart City Expo World Congress is an essential meeting point. This trade fair is now well-established point of reference for the entire sector and continues to break attendance and participation records year after year. Once again, to all the team of Fira de Barcelona, please accept my sincere congratulations. And to all of the assistants, I wish you enjoy the Congress. I wish that the knowledge, the contacts, and the experiences you will share during the next 3 days will help you build true smart cities in your countries. And I wish you have the opportunity to get to know Spain and our dream cities, starting with Barcelona. Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, excellent opening remarks. You are now released to enjoy the expo. Thank you so much. Gentlemen, please exit this way to riotous applause. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Enjoy the expo. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.